Morning, children.
A very graceful good morning to you, ma'am.
Very good morning, children.
Good morning.
Yesterday you had understood about the different methods of charging. First method was charging by rubbing or friction. Second was charging by contact or conduction. And last method was charging by induction. So you have understood very well. Now today we will learn charges in nature. All of you should know, children, that the lightning and thunder are due to the production of very large amount of charges in the clouds. And in these clouds you will find that bigger and heavier droplets in the clouds tend to acquire a negative charge, and lighter droplets have positive charge. So air current is between the two charges. Heavier particles have different charge and lighter particles have different charge. Bigger and heavier droplets have negative charge, and smaller and lighter droplets have positive charge. And air current is between the positive and negative charges. Now, the two types of charges attract each other, but air is in between them, and air is insulating in nature. So air does not let the positively charged and negatively charged particles to attract each other. So children, all of you should know that there are charges in the clouds. Why do we see lightning and thunder in the nature? Because the clouds have charges. Heavier and larger droplets have negative charge, and smaller and lighter droplets have positive charge on them. Are you listening, children? All of you see lightning and you hear the thunder simultaneously. Okay? Firstly you see lightning and then you hear the thunder. How it happens and why it happens you should know. In the clouds there are charges. There are two types of charges. These charges, the bigger and heavier droplets have negative charge, and the smaller and lighter droplets tend to acquire positive charge. So, and the air current flows between them. The air current then pushes the positively charged particle and towards upward, and negatively charged droplets stay downwards. The positive charge two types of charges are there in the clouds. In the clouds there are heavier and larger droplets. Heavier and larger droplets have negative charge, and smaller and lighter droplets have positive charge. And there is air current between the two types of charges. Air is insulating in nature. So air does not allow the positively charged particle and negatively charged particle to attract each other. But in the beginning the air does not allow the positively and negatively charged particle, because there is air in between them. So positively and negatively charged particle do not attract each other. However, the charge build up goes beyond a certain limit, and then air breaks down and loses its normal insulating nature. Then there is a sudden flow of very large amount of charge through some parts of the air, and we call it as a electric discharge. Okay children, all of you have seen that there is large amount of charges in the cloud. What is the cause of lightning and thunder, that you are going to know. In the nature also there are charges. The clouds are charged. There is charge in the cloud, and in the cloud there are two types of droplets, the heavier and bigger droplets. Heavier and bigger droplets have negative charge, and lighter and smaller droplets have positive charge. हेलो हेलो
मैम आदित्य सिंह।
हेलो,
यस मैम।
हाँ बोलो।
मैम प्लीज मैम एडमिट कर लीजिए मैम आदित्य सिंह।
अच्छा ठीक।
आपका पिक्चर अब दिख रहा है।
Aditya Singh 7G, from tomorrow you will join your class timely. Aditya Singh, turn on your video. Aditya Singh.
हाँ हाँ अभी ऑन नहीं लगता है। हाँ ऑन है।
Aditya Singh, you have disturbed the classroom. When the class is going on, you should not call me. From next day, you will join your class timely. Am I clear, Aditya Singh? Children, all of you should know that charges are present in the nature. In the cloud there is charge. Why do we see lightning and why do we hear the thunder? Because there is charge in the cloud. There are two types of droplets in the cloud. Heavier and larger droplets are negatively charged, and smaller and lighter droplets are positively charged, and air current is between the two types of charges. These positively charged and negatively charged droplets, positively and negatively charged droplets tend to be attracted towards each other, because this is unlike charge. So unlike charges attract each other, but there is no attraction between the positively and negatively charged droplets, because the air current is present between the two types of charges in the cloud. But the insulating nature of air breaks down after a certain time, and the air loses its insulating nature, and through some part of the air the electric current may pass. It is called electric discharge. Okay, the air loses its normal insulating nature and then there is a sudden flow of very large amount of charges through some parts of the air, and we call this phenomenon as electric discharge. And, and such a discharge heats up the air very much and it starts glowing and flashing, and this flash that we see is lightning, and this lightning is accompanied by a cracking loud sound that we hear as thunder. Lightning and thunder occur together, they occur simultaneously, means they occur at the same time, but firstly we see the lightning and then we hear the thunder, because you should know children, the speed of light is 3 lakh kilometer per second and the speed of sound is only 330 meter per second. So firstly we see the lightning and then we hear the thunder. So how do we see lightning and why do we hear thunder? Because there is charge in the nature. Once again you listen, charges in nature. Today you are reading charges in nature. Charges in nature. Again two children have joined the class, Shivam Singh and Amisha Kumari. Both of you try to join your class timely. You are very late. Okay? I told you children that charges are present in the nature. This charge is present in the clouds. Why do we What's the matter? What's the matter?
Hello.
Yes, what's the matter? Class is going on.
मैम बट आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है.
Am I audible?
मैम यू आर म्यूटेड. मैम आप म्यूट हैं.
Okay, let me check.
मैम आप म्यूट हैं.
Okay children, so I repeated, charges are present in the nature. All of you have seen lightning and you have heard the sound of thunder. Why do we firstly see lightning and then we hear the thunder? Although they occur at the same time, they occur simultaneously. Simultaneously means they occur at the same time. But firstly we see lightning and then we hear thunder. What is the cause of this lightning and thunder? Charges are present in the clouds. Why do we see lightning and why do we hear thunder? Because there is charge in the cloud. There are two types of charges in the cloud. The heavier and the bigger droplets are negatively charged. The heavier and bigger droplets are negatively charged and the smaller and lighter droplets are positively charged, and they do not attract each other because there is air current between the two types of charges. Air current is present. Air current is present between the two types of droplets. The heavier and bigger droplets are negatively charged. You can see the diagram. Negative charge is present in the cloud. The heavier and bigger droplets are negatively charged and the smaller and lighter droplets are positively charged. Okay, and there is air current between the two types of charges. So these positively charged droplets are not attracted towards the negatively charged droplets because there is air and air has insulating nature. Okay, but the air loses its property at a certain limit. When the charge buildup goes beyond a certain limit, the air breaks down and loses its insulating nature. Then the charge can flow through some part of the air. It is called the sudden flow of very large amount of charge through some part of the air is called electric discharge. अभी मैं बोल रही हूँ बच्चों कि हम लोग लाइटनिंग देखते हैं, बिजली जो चमकती है, और फिर हम लोग आवाज़ भी सुनते हैं जिसको हम लोग थंडर कहते हैं। ये दोनों क्यों हम लोगों को देखने को मिलता है? क्योंकि नेचर में चार्ज है, क्लाउड्स में चार्ज है। क्लाउड्स में दो तरह के पार्टिकल्स हैं। बड़े पार्टिकल्स जो हैं हैवी, उनमें ऐसे ड्रॉपलेट जो बिगर एंड हैवियर हैं वो निगेटिवली चार्ज हैं, और जो स्मॉलर एंड लाइटर ड्रॉपलेट्स हैं उन पर पॉजिटिव चार्ज है। तो अपोजिट चार्ज अट्रैक्ट करना चाहता है एक दूसरे को, लेकिन इस दोनों ड्रॉपलेट्स के बीच में एयर रहता है, और आप जानते हैं कि एयर इंसुलेटिंग होता है नेचर में, ठीक है, पुअर कंडक्टर है। सो ये चार्ज को फ्लो नहीं होने दे रहा है। लेकिन द चार्ज बिल्डअप इतना ज़्यादा हो जाता है लिमिट से कि एयर का इंसुलेटिंग नेचर ब्रेक डाउन हो जाता है, और एयर के सम पार्ट से, कुछ पार्ट से चार्ज का फ्लो होने लगता है। इसी को हम लोग इलेक्ट्रिक डिस्चार्ज बोलते हैं। डिड यू अंडरस्टैंड? इलेक्ट्रिक डिस्चार्ज समझ में आया बच्चों? व्हाट इज इलेक्ट्रिक डिस्चार्ज? लाइटनिंग और थंडर हम लोग जो देखते हैं, इसका क्या वजह है? क्लाउड में चार्ज है। क्लाउड में दो तरह के ड्रॉपलेट हैं, हैवियर और बिगर ड्रॉपलेट पर निगेटिव चार्ज होता है, और स्मॉलर एंड लाइटर ड्रॉपलेट पर पॉजिटिव चार्ज होता है, और दोनों एक दूसरे को अट्रैक्ट करना चाहते हैं, लेकिन दोनों के बीच में एयर का करंट होता है, और एयर इंसुलेटिंग होता है नेचर में। लेकिन ये बिल्डअप इतना ज़्यादा हो जाता है कि एयर अपना इंसुलेटिंग नेचर खो देता है, और एयर के कुछ पार्ट से चार्ज फ्लो करने लगता है। इसी प्रोसेस को हम लोग कहते हैं इलेक्ट्रिक डिस्चार्ज। और जब चार्ज फ्लो करता है तो ये इतना हॉट हो जाता है कि इससे लाइट हो जाने लगता है। इट हीट्स अप द एयर वेरी मच। अब ये इलेक्ट्रिक डिस्चार्ज होने से एयर बहुत गर्म हो जाता है और वो ग्लो करने लगता है, फ्लैश करता है। इसी को हम लोग कहते हैं लाइटनिंग। और जैसे ही हम लोग लाइटनिंग देखते हैं फिर हम लोग बहुत क्रैकिंग लाउड साउंड सुनते हैं जिसको हम लोग कहते हैं थंडर। तो लाइटनिंग और थंडर दोनों साथ ही होता है, लेकिन पहले हम लोग लाइटनिंग को देखते हैं, फिर हम लोग थंडर की आवाज़ सुनते हैं, क्रैकिंग साउंड, लाउड साउंड सुनते हैं। इसका वजह यह है कि लाइट का स्पीड 3 लाख किलोमीटर पर सेकेंड होता है, लेकिन साउंड का स्पीड सिर्फ 330 मीटर पर सेकेंड होता है। इसलिए हम लोग पहले लाइटनिंग देखते हैं, फिर हम लोग थंडर सुनते हैं। तो once again I repeat children, there was some network problem. Lightning and thunder occur in the nature. आप सभी लोग बिजली का चमकना और थंडर की आवाज़ सुने हैं। ये क्यों होता है? What is the cause of lightning and thunder? Because there is charge in the cloud. There is charge in the cloud. In the cloud there are two types of droplets. Bigger and heavier droplets are negatively charged. Bigger and heavier droplets are negatively charged, and smaller and lighter droplets are positively charged. And in between the two types of charges there is air. Air is insulating in nature, so positively and negatively charged particles tend to attract each other, but due to insulating nature of air they do not attract each other. But after some time, what happens? The air loses its insulating nature beyond a certain limit. The air breaks down. Beyond a certain limit, the air breaks down and loses its insulating nature, and then charge may flow through some part of the air, and it is called electric discharge. Okay, and due to electric discharge, the air becomes very hot and it glows up, and it all you can see the flash. The glowing and flashing of air can be seen, and due to the hotness of the air, due to the electric discharge, the air becomes very hot and it shows glowing and flashing, and it is called lightning. And lightning is accompanied by a crack loud sound that is called thunder. Okay, so firstly we see lightning and then we hear the thunder, because the speed of light is 3 lakh kilometer per second. The speed of light is 3 lakh kilometer per second, and the speed of sound is only 330 meter per second. So firstly we see lightning and then we hear the thunder, although they occur at the same time. Am I clear, children? Did you understand? What is the cause of lightning and thunder? Because charges are present in the cloud. Charges are present in the cloud. In the cloud there are two types of droplets. Heavier and bigger droplets are negatively charged, and smaller and lighter droplets are positively charged. In the cloud there is charge. Listen children, in the cloud there is charge, and क्लाउड में दो तरह के ड्रॉपलेट हैं. बिगर एंड हैवियर ड्रॉपलेट्स में निगेटिव चार्ज होता है, और जो स्मॉलर एंड लाइटर ड्रॉपलेट हैं उन पर पॉजिटिव चार्ज होता है. आपने पढ़ा है कि अपोजिट चार्जेज अट्रैक्ट ईच अदर, तो दोनों एक दूसरे को अट्रैक्ट करना चाहते हैं, लेकिन दोनों के बीच में एयर है, एयर करंट. और एयर आप जानते हैं इंसुलेटिंग इन नेचर है, लेकिन एक समय के बाद ये बिल्डअप इतना ज़्यादा हो जाता है कि एयर का इंसुलेटिंग नेचर ख़त्म हो जाता है, एयर का इंसुलेटिंग नेचर ख़त्म हो जाता है, और तब एयर के कुछ पार्ट से चार्ज फ्लो करने लगता है. इसी को हम लोग कहते हैं इलेक्ट्रिक डिस्चार्ज. और इसी इलेक्ट्रिक डिस्चार्ज की वजह से एयर काफ़ी हॉट हो जाता है और ये फ्लैश हो जाता है, ग्लो करने लगता है, जिसको हम लोग कहते हैं लाइटनिंग. एम आई क्लियर? अब समझ में आया?
यस मैम.
तो ये लाइटनिंग क्यों होता है? क्योंकि चार्ज क्लाउड्स में चार्ज है. At certain time, the charges present in the lower part of the clouds. At certain time, the charges present in the cloud, in the lower part of the clouds, are strong enough to induce an opposite charge on the ground below them. Clouds के लोअर पार्ट में जो चार्ज होता है उसका अपोजिट चार्ज ग्राउंड में इंड्यूस हो जाता है. ठीक है? इन द लोअर पार्ट ऑफ द क्लाउड देयर इज चार्ज एंड द अपोजिट चार्ज इज इंड्यूस्ड ऑन द ग्राउंड बिलो दैम. व्हेन द एयर बिटवीन द चार्ज क्लाउड्स एंड द ग्राउंड ब्रेक्स डाउन, then electric discharge occurs through it and it results in lightning. The resulting flow of huge amount of electric charge may take place through tall buildings, tall monuments, TV tower, tall trees, etc. And it can heat up the object so much that they are likely to get burnt out. Lightning can thus cause much damage. अभी मैं बता रही हूँ बच्चों, Am I audible, children? Are you listening to me? Are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you should respond. What I am saying? क्लाउड्स के लोअर पार्ट में जो चार्ज होता है उसका अपोजिट चार्ज ग्राउंड में इंड्यूस हो जाता है. इन द लोअर पार्ट ऑफ द क्लाउड देयर इज चार्ज and the opposite charge is induced in the ground. Okay, and children, you should know that when the air between the charged clouds and the ground breaks down, then an electric discharge occurs through it and it results in lightning. The lightning may affect the tall trees, tall buildings, TV towers, etc. and it can cause much damage. So there is a protective device to protect the tall building, tall monuments. This lightning may damage tall buildings, monuments, etc. Therefore, there is a protective device which is known as lightning conductor, and it can protect or it can minimize the loss of life and property during lightning. To minimize the loss of property during lightning, a protective device is used in the tall building that is called lightning conductor. Lightning conductor is a protective device to protect the tall building, tall monuments, tall TV tower, etc. from lightning. It was discovered by Benjamin Franklin. Okay, so what is lightning conductor? It is a protective device which is used to minimize the loss of life. Okay, and it is used in tall building, TV tower, tall monuments, etc. It was discovered by Benjamin Franklin. Okay, what is lightning conductor? Very important. It is a protective device. It is used to minimize or used to avoid the loss of life through lightning. Lightning may cause loss of life because many buildings catch fire due to charges. Sometimes the flow of charge may cause fire in the tall building, tall monuments. So to protect the tall building, tall monument or TV tower, a protective device called lightning conductor is used. Lightning conductor protects tall buildings, tall monuments, etc. Now you will see, children, the lightning conductor diagram is given. It is a long, flat, thick strip of metal. You can see the diagram. This lightning conductor has a long strip of metal, and it goes all the way from a point well above the highest point of the structure. A tall building, TV tower, high rising monument, etc. is protected from lightning. Can damage tall building, tall monuments, TV tower, etc. Therefore, to protect them from lightning, a device called lightning conductor is used. It was discovered by Benjamin Franklin. This lightning conductor is consisting of a long, flat, thick strip of metal. There is a strip of metal and the spike-like structure is present at its upper end, and at the lower end there is a flat, thick metal structure of the lightning conductor provides a safe, easy passage to the flowing electric charges. Metal plate is there in the lightning conductor. You can see the diagram of lightning conductor in the book. Metal strip is there. At the top of this metal strip there is a structure that is spike-like, which is at the top, and at the bottom there is a metal plate that is buried in the ground. Okay, so when the lightning charges flows down through it deep down into the earth and not through the structure. The structure is therefore saved from the damaging effect of lightning. Children, you have seen what is lightning conductor. It is a protective device which protects the tall building, tall monuments, TV tower, etc. from lightning. It consists of a metal strip. At the top of metal strip there is spikes, and at the bottom there is a metal plate that is in the earth. Now when the charge comes to these spikes, then through this rod metal strip the charge can flow into the ground, and the tall building, tall monuments, TV tower can be protected from the electric charge. So this is all about how we can protect tall building from the electric charge. Thank you, children.